Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Okay, so your right palm on your left and neck head straight in one line and be comfortable with your posture. Let your whole body weight go down. Bring your attention to your body. Focus your mind to head to toes. So mentally relax your body, relax your mind, and relax your breathing. Scan head to toes yourself 3 times and say Supatveva. Oh, may I be well and happy 3 times. Take a moment and think. We gathered here in this moment to practice this ancient meditation technique. All the Buddhas, all the enlightened masters followed this path and achieved wisdom. So we also gathered here to accumulate that knowledge in this moment with this sitting. May my body become more comfortable. May my breath be more smooth. May no difficulties come to me. May all the success come to me. Also think for a moment. This is the last moment we're spending in this very lifetime. And detach your mind from all your past memories and as well as any kind of future thoughts. Just try to remain in the present moment, observing the sensation and following your inhalation, exhalation. So mentally relax your body step by step. Relax your head. Relax your forehead. Relax your eyebrows, eyes. Relax your ears. Relax your nose. Relax your upper lip. And relax your lower lip. Relax your chin and relax your whole face muscles. Relax your teeth. Relax your tongue. Relax your mouth. Relax your throat. Relax your neck, shoulders, arms, elbow, forearms, palms, fingers, fingertips. Relax your back muscles and relax your spine. Relax your chest and relax your abdominal muscles. Relax your lungs. Relax your heart, liver, kidneys. Relax your gallbladder, relax your pancreas, relax your small intestine, relax your large intestine, and relax your abdominal organs. Relax your buttock, relax your thigh, knee, calf muscles. Relax your foot and relax your toes. Relax your whole body muscles, tendons, ligaments, bone marrows, and whole skeleton. Release the tension in your mind and keep relax your face muscles. And bring your attention to the sound around you. Without reacting to that sound, just try to analyze, recognize. Some sound come from near or maybe from far away. And some sound high volume, low volume. Some sound very rough, some very soft. Some sound natural, some sound come out of machines, vehicles, clock, TV or cassette, radio. Just recognize. Beyond this all sound, there is a deeper silence. Let your mind to settle down with that. Bring your attention to your mind and see what kind of thought arise there. Without reacting to any thoughts, just try to take a mental note. In the beginning, try to recognize it with the timeline. Any thought can relate it with the past or the future or the present moment or the sometimes no timeline but thought arise. Just recognize it as a thought. That's it. Some thought related with happy, some related with unhappy. Some thought arise with the greed, hatred, or the delusion. Some thought come with loving kindness, compassion, generosity. Don't take a thought as entity. Don't take thought as something. It is not a thing. It is a process of the soul. Don't try to separate it from you. The thought itself is you. Just observe yourself without reacting, without following it. Some thought can make you comfortable. Some thought can make you uncomfortable. Some thoughts neutral. Just see if you don't react to that thoughts, what will happen? It arises, it will go away. So don't give so much credit on it. It's just a thought. It doesn't matter good thought or bad thought, happy or sad. If you don't hold, it has its own way to go, like the wind. Can you observe the mind without holding to it? The same like hot oven. You know it is hot, but you're not going to hold it. If you hold it, if you handle it with care. Bring your attention to your inhalation, exhalation. Observe the inhalation, exhalation as exhalation. Don't take anything as entity. Even the sensation, don't take it as a something. And deeply observe the very nature of the sensation. Bring attention to your body. Experience this moment. This moment is your life, you're not your past or not your future. So just appreciate yourself. You have this beautiful moment. You are so lucky. You are so blessed to have this moment. When you wake up in the morning, you have strength to come out of the bed, stand on your own feet, walk to your bathroom and do your cleaning yourself. And have a glass of water, cup of tea or coffee or meal. You have family people around you to share your life. That is blessing. Don't complain. Don't demand over anything. Appreciate. You have this beautiful eye, ear, nose, tongue, body and mind with longevity, complexion, strength, balance, comfort. And to maintain this all without harming to yourself or to others, you have wisdom. This is very rare in this entire universe. That is the beautiful miracle happen. So appreciate it. Pay your gratitude. You are so blessed to experience this inhalation, exhalation, because that is the connection. There are a lot of people in this very moment. They end up this connection. Once you disconnect, there is no way that you can get back to it. So appreciate while you are here. In this very moment, there are a lot of people have fear, anxiety, depression, helplessness, hopelessness, loneliness. There are a lot of people struggling with life, fighting with death. As paying your gratitude to your life, share this moment, share your heart with them. May they come out of that fear, anxiety, depression, helplessness, hopelessness, loneliness. May they have strength, courage, and wisdom to go through the situation and find the peace, harmony, tranquility state within themselves. Not only them, your dear near ones, your loved ones, your beloved parents, husband, wife, children, friends and family members, brothers, sisters, your neighbors, village people, city, state, country, and the people around this world and all living beings in this world and in this universe. May all living beings be well and happy. So thinking like this, Mentally repeat after me. May all living beings in this universe be well and happy. May everyone be happy and safe. And may their hearts be filled with joy. May all living beings live in security and in peace. Beings who are frail or strong, tall or short, big or small, visible or not visible, near or far away, already born or yet to be born. May all of them dwell in perfect tranquility. Let no one do harm to anyone. Let no one put the life of anyone in danger. Let no one out of anger or ill will wish anyone any harm. Expand the loving kindness and compassion, beginning from your heart. Visualize yourself and send it as a light forward to your backside, to your left side, and to your right side, downward and upward, to all six directions at once. Like the moon, the sun, spread the light, spread the energy. Without any condition, without any limitation, without any resistance, or without any judgment. Let your heart to shine with the loving kindness and compassion from the bottom of it with the maximum effort to the highest. Wishing yourself, may all living beings in this universe be well and happy. Let your heart to come out of the skin. Say sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. So, dear Dhamma friends, when it comes to Buddha's teaching, and we have many other teachings around us, and what is the main difference mostly in Buddha's teaching? So, our mind always follow the logic. So, that is the very nature of the mind. And the mind always follow the patterns because we came out of the patterns. It is inherent within us. That's why this all the material things, physical things come more closer to us when the pattern become perfect, when the pattern become unbalanced, when things go out of patterns and we don't like things. So the mind always followed the syllabus and the timetable and the patterns, the logic. This is the very nature of the mind. You can have something without this all, but sometimes it is very difficult for you to analyze it. So that's why whatever exists in the world, once you recognize the pattern, you can maintain it. So the behavior of the understanding, the behavior of the pattern will help you to decode it and untangle it. So when it comes to the Buddha's teaching, the very beautiful thing with the Buddha's teaching is it has a pattern. And the other thing is when everything in detail analyzed in every angle, especially when it comes to the Buddha's main teaching, Four Noble Truth, suffering. And when it comes to suffering, that the Buddha look at in every angle about the life. And in every angle, it tells us it has a certain kind of unsatisfactory nature. Why? Because this everything arises with the help of something. It depending from something, it depending on something. When something depends on another thing, it always has a way. When the first thing disappears, other things start to go with that. So like that, all the teachings, and look in every angle and each and every way it explained in details. So there is no way when you come to the Dhamma, there is no way you can misunderstand it. That is the beauty of the Buddha. That is the beauty of the learning the Dhamma. Another thing is, so today Poson Full Moon Day, it's 2256 years ago, and Venerable Mahinda, they came to Sri Lanka and introduced the Buddhism to Sri Lanka. And it's almost after 300 to 350 years after Buddha's passed away. And the King Ashoka, as you know, King Ashoka, after the third, the great assembly of the Buddhism, and he introduced Buddhism to several countries. So Sri Lanka was one country. And so during this 2256 years, and all the enlightened masters, all the monks, all the Arahantas, and all the great teachers, and the devotees, everyone sacrificed their life and somehow protected this. And on the way during this time, and there are enormous people, there are many people got the facilities out of this Dhamma and learned the Dhamma, and they came out of the suffering. So then this is our time, and you always have to remember it is very limited. Another thing is, even though this Dhamma exists in this world, there are a lot of people missing this. And there are a lot of people misunderstand the Dharma. So then there was a question came, how people misunderstand Dharma? Why, if the Dharma is so clear, how it is misunderstood? The thing is this, Dharma is clear. When we have self-view, when we start to have our own mindset, And with that mindset, when we start to look something, and then we cannot see what exactly it is. So it is not even for the Buddhism, that even to the God and even for other all the great teachings, that the same thing happen. That's why different gods arise in the world. Different religions, different believing system arise in the world. Even though nature, even though truth is one thing, why these different things arise? Because people try to be comfortable with their mental views. It is very difficult for a person to let go that view and to observe something and recognize it as it is. We always try to look something to match our life. So then when it comes to today, so we have to remember ourselves within this time line, ourselves, we have to get the best out of this Dharma. So don't miss this chance, because once we miss it, we have no idea when we can find it. So it doesn't matter where we go, what will happen to us. But today we have power, we have strength, we have capacity to understand. So try to understand yourself. And that's why the Buddha, the sacrifice his life, enormous eons, and went through great research and finally came to this Buddhahood and introduced this Dharma to the world with the great compassion. So then yourself, what the Buddha mentioned is to develop our consciousness and have the self-awareness. So when it comes to self-awareness, today I want to mention that sometimes we take this thought as an entity. So I have a thought, or I cannot forget this. So like that, we think the thought as something. So thought is not something. So thought is not a kind of like entity that you can that look as with the name or the form. It's same like energy. When you go to the depth of the thought, and there is no separation, there is no thought that the thought come and thought disappeared. It's sometimes we trying to forget things and believing it went away, and wish sometimes we wish for others to forget, and we think it went away. So it seems like the air in this world. So there is no place in this natural area, not in kind of like a lab or something like that. In this natural world, there is no place that you can find without air. It's everywhere, it's always. But sometimes when it becomes harder, sometimes when it becomes soft, and sometimes it go fast, sometimes it goes slow. So that's the very nature you understanding, observing the inhalation, exhalation, and sensation all over your body. In this very time, in this very moment, if you think a little bit, your entire body exposed to the air. So then yourself, you don't feel it like that. But how, when you come to the sensation, and how you going to recognize that sensation? Because as you know, this entire body breathe out. This whole skin do the inhalation, exhalation in another way. Why you don't feel it? Because our mind is not sharp. And other thing is, our mind is always go with the pattern, and our mind is always go with some things. It is very difficult for us to get into understand how that something can happen without solid. Without solid nature, how things can happen. So then when it comes to thoughts, remember, there is no such a thing called the entity or solid something as thought. It's an energy. So that is arise and exist, and at the same time it's disappear. And disappear means it's not going to go away and separate from you. So it go back to its energy. That's why that the thought arise related with the foundation, with the greed, hatred, or the delusion. It has power to give the thought. It's like you looking at a tree, but there is that tree came out of the seed. When you see the tree leaves or the flowers or the fruits, and sometimes you don't see the seed inside, how it begin. So thought also arise from something. So the thing is this, when you have some thought, when you recognize you have a thought, but the very first thing, remember, it is not something going to attack you or going to make you peaceful. So start to look, it come as a result of something like the cloud, like the light, like the shadow. And start to observe little bit what is the behind that thought. And then again you will see something as energy, as a current. And start to look something beyond it. And then that way, little by little, when you able to go deeper, you understanding this thought is the current. It's a pattern, and it come again and again with the help of your past, previous one. There is something you need to arise a thought. You need something from your past. So this is what we call thinking. Thinking means you accelerate that current. When you start to think what is happening, you accelerate that nature, that current. So we used to do that for a long time, from the birth. Even we trying to, because we had the influence from outside to think. And as you know, when you with the like great that strength, strong strength, when you throw something from your hand, once it leave from your hand, according to the strength that you put, once you release from it your hand, it has power to go itself. Like a arrow, when you shoot an arrow, one until you hold it, it is okay. But once you release it from your hand, what is happening? It go forward, but at the same time, it go forward with its help, but at the same time, it created the speed created by the strength or the how far you pull it. So the same, like the current that you gave to your thoughts and develop a method to move itself. That's why even you close your eyes and shut down all your activities, still the thought keep running. So in the beginning, what you have to do, you have to slow down this. That's why you need this understanding. So just know it like water. If you allow it to settle down, it will settle down slowly, little by little. So this thought, in the beginning, it needs the help of the body. That's why once you calm down the body, it helps to calm down the mind. Another thing is, the thought has a great influence with the breathing. It's a deeper connection. As I mentioned, it is a current, it is energy. That energy bring the strength, bring by the breathing. So according to the way that your breathing behave, your mind can change. So then remember, when you want to calm down that current, that thoughts, what you have to do, another thing is try to calm down your breathing little by little. And once you knowingly do it little by little, that you will see that your thoughts going to become calm down a little bit. And once the thought calm down, it will help you to focus yourself and develop your awareness. So once you come to that awareness, and itself you have power to go a little bit deeper into that thought, and then you see that thought arises itself, and the thought exists, and thought disappear. That disappear itself doesn't mean it going to vanish. No, it go back to that energy, and then maybe it come back as another thought, the same current. It come back as another picture. So this is what happening again and again, again and again. When the circle becomes the stronger, and then what is happening? You just go forward. When you die, that we know our consciousness go from birth, this last moment to next, that to find another life. When it doesn't go with many thoughts. It go with only one thought. In the end of your life, it's end with the one thought. So if you have a good thought, then your next start going to become good. And if you have the worry, sad, unhappy moment, then itself it going to find, according to that, it going to find that nature. It's very simple. It's a simple logic. So you put wherever the water in this entire world, anywhere you go, and in the middle of the forest, you put the water, and then it has power to navigate and find itself the ocean. The same like when you have a happy mind, if you end the thought with the happy moment, happy thought, it has power to find a happy mother. And if you end with the sad, worry, unhappy, fearful, the unbalanced mind thought, it never can find a happy moment. It always go to same kind of nature. So that's how it go again and again. So then we already build the current, and that current sometimes go ahead, even before the moment it happening. It already accelerated. And that's why the mind go fast. That's why when the mind is, that current is not balanced with the present moment. If the current is so high, that is where all the depression, anxiety, unhappy, fear, this all come. But if the mind, if you slow down, it go with the present moment, the present speed of the time, without accelerating more than that. So if you go with the present moment, in that very moment, you don't have any pressure inside. And even you have the best control. That means control means clear understanding. So in this very moment, if you have any unhappy moment, that you know the reason, and that knowingly itself take out the unhappiness. And that is where you develop the clarity. When you have the clarity itself, it never going to make unhappy thought. It doesn't matter the incident. The mind doesn't go with the incident. The mind always deal with the clarity, understanding. So it's not depending with the incident. This outside we think we are depending from the incident. No. See, sometimes very difficult, hard time come to people. And that time, if you know it, if you are happy with it, if you do it for a purpose, you enjoy it. So it is not the incident, it is someone, if that one day if the person so hungry and thinking about food and trying to eat, and if he miss a meal, he can be so worried. But if you think about becoming healthy and you want to lose some weight, and you with the great effort and you hold one meal and you not going to eat anything, and then end of the day you feel happy. See, the same incident with the purpose, with the idea that we have, and it's going to change us. So same like the thoughts. So then yourself, the always when you develop the clarity, in that clarity when you end your life, you always you start the very next place with the clarity. But when you have the disappointed, unhappy, worried, doubt mind, it has no power to start with the clarity. So that's why this step by step, your life moment by moment, how go. So when you develop this way, you have power to maintain your life with the present moment of the current. So that is the kind of like a come to a tranquility state or the samadhi. And but what the Buddha said, it is not there. Our purpose is ending the birth, ending this circle, not going with the circle. This is the way that you can go better, becoming better, becoming better. But how to end it? To end it, you have to deeply recognize that thought arise, that one thought I mentioned, that thought arise with the help of something. That help come out of the desire. Desire give the power, the strength to move forward. Because when then there is no desire, it drop itself. It's like a hungry person keep eating. When the no hunger, he cannot eat. It doesn't matter whatever you give to that person cannot eat anymore. So like that, when the desire go away, the thought current start to slow down, come down. So how you can slow down the desire? Where the desire arise? Desire arise with the self-centered mind. I am. This is me, that is me, this is that, this all, this me based with me. And once you start to recognize who I am, it's something, sometimes it is when you look in the outside form, it is big. But if you go little by little, as I mentioned, that's why in the teaching, everything systematic, everything step by step. It's like a stairs, step by step. You go step by step. So once you start your journey to go like that way, you recognize there is no self. There is no self inside or outside, because there are some teachings. It says the self is outside. That's why you are not you. Your body is not you. Your mind is not you. Your thought is not you. There is something outside. That is belong to self. So, but what the Buddha said, there is nothing outside as self, and as well as there is nothing inside as self. That is something that, and that time, there were a lot of people went crazy hearing that. And still, there are some people cannot get it. And there are some people always try to somehow related to something and say, oh, this is self. Even maybe it is a thing, or if maybe it is an idea. But what the Buddha mentioned, even in the outside or inside, there is no self. Even inside the body or even inside the mind, self itself cannot have a self. So that's the Buddha's mention. So how you can get into that? To get into that, little by little, start to observe deeply and go little by little deeper. To go for that, that's why you need the tranquility state. You slow down the mind and then start to go down and see what it is. Then you will find something. What you find? The change. Remember, if you see the change yourself within your mind and your body and how this change happening, that wisdom, that understanding, that clarity, that experience, there is nothing can challenge for that. So as a human being, that is the greatest gift that you can gain. So you no need to do it to against for anybody or against for something or like that. Now, as a human being, remember, that is the highest that you can experience. Once you experience that everything will settle down. But why are the most and trying to explain there is something, because they didn't experience that change. Why? Because they already have something in mind. With that, they're trying to observe. So then that is the thing. Without letting go what you have, don't try to get something to you. And what will happen? Whatever you get, it's going to slowly get influenced by what you have. So this what happened to everything. So that's why that it like English. When it come to whoever, it become like that. So we are, so when it come to us and it become, and Sri Lankan English. When it go to India, in Indian English. When it come to America, American English. When it come to go to Japan, Japanese English. When it go to China, Chinese English. When it go to Thailand, Thai English. So like that. That's why the whatever the spiritual practice, when it come to our mind, it become our. That is what happened to the poor god also. Why? When it go to that person, and it change. So then yourself have the free mind. Keep the mind always clear. Don't hold into views. And with that clarity, start to observe a little bit, and then you will experience. So one day, there was a Brahman came to Buddha. He was so sad, unhappy. And then the Buddha was sitting, and he started to explain, and he bowed to the Buddha and explained, Venerable Sir, I am like this. Now he started to explain. So I have this much wealth, but sometimes I feel not happy. And then, Venerable Sir, I have a beautiful wife. She's nice, but sometimes she give me hard time. I have children. They are well educated and doing well, and I am happy with them. But sometimes they don't respect me. So like that, he start to explain and telling all his miseries. And then he asks, I heard that you teach people to come out of the misery. And can you help me how I can come out of this? And the Buddha was silent, didn't give any answer. Then again, he was looking at the Buddha and asked, is there any way that you can help me? So the Buddha said, I cannot help like that. I cannot do anything. So then this person again asked, this Brahman again asked, Venerable Sir, people telling that you are the one who can help. So please help me. Is there anything that you can tell me? So the Buddha said, even though you have these all problems, the only one thing you have to take out. Then everything going to be okay. The Brahman was so happy because it's only one thing. So then he was so happy and asked, please, advise me. So Buddha said, keep your wife, keep your farming, keep your cows, keep your children, keep your business, and let that everything to be the same like this, but take out I, and then everything going to be okay. So same like when we have the self view, remember that whatever in front of us, we cannot recognize it as it is. So what the Buddha mentioned, what the most venerable that Arahanta Mahinda, the brought to Sri Lanka, and what this old 2256 years old in Sri Lanka that inherent that protected this Dharma, and to get out of this self view. And once you have power to come out of that, remember, you completely free from everything. So with that, I bless upon everyone with this good practice. May all of you be well, happy and peaceful. May no harm come to you. May no difficulties come to you. May no problems come to you. May you also have the patience, courage, understanding, and determination to meet and overcome inevitable difficulties in your life. And finally, may all of you attain supreme bliss of Nibbana. So during this time period, may everyone stay healthy and safe. Say sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Sabbityo vajjantu sabbarogo vinasatu mate bhavatantarayo sukhi gayuko bhava. Ittavata cammehi sampadang punya sampadang sabbe deva anumodantu sabba sampatti siddhya sabbe bhuta anumodantu sabba sampatti siddhya sabbe satta anumodantu sabba sampatti siddhya idamme punya kammang asavakkaya vahang hotu sabba dukkha pamuncatu. Bless you.